Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM22 One Club story from Hemel Hempstead Town with me, Daniel. It's part 30 of the Tudor Times today, and things are just starting to get a little bit difficult. We've had a tough month or so until the last few days where we've picked up a couple of crucial results, but it's certainly not plain sailing. We're moving closer to the relegation zone, further away from the playoffs, and we're lucky really that the two sides at the bottom of League 2 are just starting to get marooned a little bit. So if you're looking forward to finding out how we can do today as we take a nice little break for the EFL Trophy and to play local rival Stevenage, who are directly below us on the same points in the league, then please do put a thumbs up on the video and subscribe down below. There's daily FM22 content from two long-term stories. Cricket 22 was due out yesterday, so hopefully by now we've managed to get a video out. You'll find it in the eye above if we have. And please do go and check it out and give it a try. It is greatly appreciated. But we are going to be here for two big games today, and we've actually got an episode not far away as well due to what's happened since. So let's go and have a look at the schedule to start that off. I will very quickly though have a look at the transfer window too, because we've not done a huge amount as a club, but we have loaned one more youngster out. Brandon Brian Waugh has gone to Dagenham and Redbridge. Now you'll remember he came in and had quite a poor start last year, so we loaned him out to the National League South. We're now loaning him to the National League. We hope he does well there. Then next season may be ready for League 2. Now the good thing with Dagenham is they are a professional club. They train every day. They've got good experienced pros, and their facilities won't be any worse than ours. So certainly somewhere he can develop. And he's played 5 games already, doing pretty well in most of them. What we have got to focus on though is results, because it's been a little bit patchy this year, which I guess you would expect from a promoted side. You were with me for the last 2 games of September against Barrow and Scunthorpe. We had that late equaliser against us when we were playing Scunthorpe, just stole 3 points off us, but we did back it up pretty well. We've then got on a horrible run and just started to come back to form. Now the reason for that is because we've had a lot of injuries for the first time this season. So you can see if we look now, Oliver Turner is still out. He's been out for a while. He's got a hernia. Lewis Brunt is just coming back from a month out. Carson's missed 1 or 2 games. Caprice was out the whole time, which meant we were playing a tired right back half of the matches. We haven't got a strong enough squad to cope with 4 first-team players out injured at once. That's what we've learnt. We certainly haven't got the same quality midfield without Brunt and Turner. That we know for sure. So let's have a look at the results since you were with me. It all looked rosy after the Morecambe game. The first one since the last episode. Sedende and Ibe with second half goals in a really comfortable win. We were the better side throughout as well. We then beat Wimbledon in the EFL Trophy. Ellis Harrison getting a goal, and we looked pretty good. Despite playing a good League One side, albeit they'd very heavily rotated, but we got a good result and we looked okay. Then it started to go wrong. Bradford at home. A 1-1 draw. Bandera got a second half equaliser. Again, we showed good fighting spirit. You can see the likes of Kopekra at centre half, star of the show yet again. But we didn't quite look good enough. And that's the side who are second bottom. Cheltenham, you could argue, is probably the best result of the season. Because at the time I was looking at it and saying, okay, that's 5 games unbeaten. We were 3-1 down going into the 90th minute. Ellis Harrison and Henry Ochieng got 1 apiece. And at the end we finished 3-3. It's just one of those odd crazy games you get 4 or 5 times in a career. Away at Mansfield, we followed up with a 2-0 defeat. We started to play the top sides and it showed here. 2-0 away at Mansfield, 4-1 defeat away at Bristol Rovers. Rodal Richards getting 2 for them up front, Sedende getting our consolation. Notts County at home, a really hard fought 1-1 draw. Max Waters scored, but Jordan Ibe again, late goal. And that's maybe, after what we saw against Scunthorpe last episode, what we saw against Salford just before that as well, that's maybe what's impressed me most about Cheltenham and Notts County, is late goals. Coming into games as the match moves on, we're getting fitter with professional training. We just need to catch up ability-wise. So 1-1 draw there, backed up by a 3-0 battering away at Cambridge. It's a Lapham hat-trick, which was comfortably deserved. And at the back, I mean, bar Kopekra again, we were just errors galore. Against Crawley though, we finally got our win, a 2-1 victory at home, again coming from behind. An hour mark, we were 1-0 down. Ryan Joseph and Michael Fernandez, 2 of the unsung heroes, 2 of the backups coming in and getting the results there. And then against Kingstonian, Dylan Barkers with a late winner, as again we came on strong towards the end of a match. So the aim for today is that we will play our weakest possible team in the EFL Trophy against Bournemouth. We then play everyone we can against Stevenage. We've got a week off before Colchester and we can start to look up, because already we are through with 6 points. We aren't getting beat at the top of the group. The good thing is, at the start of December, we've got ourselves a little moneymaker. Sheffield Wednesday still in League One, top of League One at the moment. So we have got, and by 8 points too, they're not even close. We have got the hardest possible second round FA Cup draw. Nigel Pearson, Sheffield Wednesday are the opposition. That will feature in our next episode. But that is where we are at the moment. It's a hit and miss season. But to be honest, if we can keep doing just enough, and we can keep ourselves above that point a game ratio, get to 50 points, we should have enough to stay away from this lot. The issue I have with Bradford and Grimsby, particularly Bradford, is that I would expect them to start catching up soon. They're expected to finish 12th at the start of the season. In fact, Grimsby was supposed to finish 8th too. And we're now the favourites to go down. So, unless the likes of Barrow, who are expected to be right down there, slip up, it could become a long season if these two find form. Let's go and get into our first game today and find out though. It's not a massive one in the EFL Trophy, but it's a chance to rotate the squad, see some of our hot prospects in action, and maybe just build the fitness of a few returning from injury, which could be crucial in the next couple of months. And this is my team for today's game. A lot of experience, a lot of backup players, but also plenty of youth. There's a couple of positions where we haven't quite got the depth yet. So you can see Harbottle at centre-half is tired, but that's because we loaned Brian Moore out. We're taking a long-term investment approach there. Caprice is back from injury at right-back, Brunt is back from injury on the bench, and most of the team's rotated. But there's a few areas we just haven't got that option. So the team for today is Isted in goal, Carson and Caprice the fullbacks with Senga and Harbottle at centre-half, Ochieng, Brooks and Davey the midfield three, Joseph Fernandez and Harrison the front three. And the plan is that we're going to rest the ones we need at the weekend when we get to about the hour mark. So let's see if that plan works out. Hopefully avoid injuries and try and get a result against Bournemouth's 23s, who should have plenty on international duty. So 7 changes. Hang on, I've just had my eyes caught here. Out of the Bournemouth 23s team is Alexandre Lacazette and replaced by Tony Weston, who's another wonder kid in the game at the start. What on earth is going on? Let's get to this Bournemouth 23 side. Hang on a minute. So, where is Tony Weston? Up front there. He is making substitute appearances in the Premier League. Right, that's not a good sign. Where on earth is Lacazette? Was he in the senior squad? So he's transfer listed for them. But a French international was playing their last 23s game. This is ridiculous. Let's get back to the lineups. I lost focus there. We have got 7 changes from the Kingstonian game. Even more from our last league match. I hope. That's all I can do. We've done the job and got through now, so this result doesn't really matter. But I would like to see some of these youngsters shine and really take the opportunity to impress. Against the dreaded back 3 though, I'm not sure that will happen. As it's a throw on the right for Bournemouth, just under 15 minutes gone. They are looking pretty composed in possession. We'd expect that. We'd think the under-23 sides would be technically good, would keep the ball well, but maybe not have that physicality. As Harrison gets away to Fernandez, Caprice had nicked it. Fernandez to the byline, 4 rushing into the middle. It's a big change in tact, and Ryan Joseph at the back post. 6'3", imposing, an international footballer already. And he jumps up just to head it in. It's one of the other things we've had to think about with our team selection today. Joseph and Ochieng going off after this one. They won't be available against Stevenage. So they had to start. And one of them has got the first goal of the game. I can't take credit for the selection though. 5 to the break. What a dominant performance. We certainly should be glad that Lacazette isn't playing because he would have caused us more problems than this lot. At half time, I'm annoyed it's only 1. We've got to think about who we can change because I need one of Brooks and Carson fit at the weekend. They're both starting here. So potentially that's going to be one of our first subs. We've also got to think about the likes of centre-half. Can we get Harbottle off for anyone? Maybe bring Brunt back for half an hour. He is natural there. We'll give it 10 or 15 more minutes, then we'll make a decision. But for now, a very good display. Okay, 10 minutes gone in the second half. We're definitely going to take the 2 we mentioned off, Brooks and Harbottle. Davey, I'm not sure about. We need him at the weekend, but he looks really fit at the moment, and he is going to be out of the team again soon, so we've got to bear that in mind. What I'm going to do then is take Harbottle off for Brunt, who makes his long-awaited return. Hopefully he'll stay fit for the half an hour or so. We're then going to take off Brooks for, I think, Bandera, because Brunt can then start at the weekend. So Bandera, I know he's not fit, but should be all right for this, and he's really improving with football this summer. It's got to be said. And then the last one is going to be Teddy Davey, but we'll leave it 10 more minutes or so. Let's get back into it. Just over half an hour to go. Let's try not to do anything silly, because we should really win this game based on the performance so far. Well, we've got to the 70-minute mark. We look pretty comfortable. Davy off, Aguas on. I would bring Wareham on, but we've got no one where we can really shuffle it around. So we're just going to go as like for like as possible. Of course, Aguas, naturally a left winger, has covered at left back for us. But this isn't ideal. What is ideal is the performance and the result. We've not got the big cutting edge. We've not scored lots of goals. But we have never looked in doubt of winning this game. But we've got that famous last minute highlight. It could be famous last words as Carson with a throw on the left. Sensible play back to Isted, the keeper. Of course, he'll know Kenilworth Road very well. Out to Caprice on the right, who finds Fernandez. We've grown into games recently and we deliver one there. Nilsson heads away. Joseph should make it though. So got Carson out wide with him. And we are looking a bit better on the ball. It's something we put a focus on, certainly in terms of training, as Bandera gets it out wide to the right back Caprice. He's got Fernandez with him. Stead plays via Bandera. Here is Fernandez. Caprice doing really well on his comeback. Stayed fit for the 90 minutes, but Bandera gives the ball away, and they've gone for the big hoof over the top Bournemouth. Isted should get there first. Why on earth have we seen that last minute? Because literally nothing has happened, as it's a long ball forward. Are we going to concede a stupid goal? Ultimately, it doesn't matter, but it would be nice to keep the confidence up and win, because we have deserved it. And by a hair's breadth and the width for the post, we've managed to survive it in the last minute. Hemel Hempstead Town 1, Bournemouth under 23s 0. Really good result, really decent performance, and most players rested for the weekend. Stevenage, a local derby of sorts, will be back in a minute for it. Fitness test time, and my word, look how many fitness tests. All of them though, suggesting a pass, which is what we want. What I've got to say about today's game as we turn our attention back to the league is that this, in my opinion, is massive. The likes of Stevenage and Barrow, of the sides below us, are the ones that I feel could potentially drop down the league. So getting a result and staying above them is paramount to our chances of survival, particularly if the other side start to pick up. Very quick bit of news since the last game. We have had the draw for the EFL Trophy and it's worked out perfect. We've got West Ham under 23s and then Sheffield Wednesday in the Cup the same week. So that's going to be a great episode to show. I hope that'll be a really good one. Two sides with a massive reputation. We can say we've played West Ham and Sheffield Wednesday in the same episode. It'll make lovely sense. Let's go and have a look at our lineup for today though. We have frustratingly got another set of players on trial that are real big improvements to the team we've got already. But none of them will join for less than £600 or £700 a week. So we're left in a difficult spot. But I'm pretty happy with the squad we've got. Let's have a look at what's being suggested today. There is no way our sensible assistant manager has decided that Kopekwa shouldn't start because Jack Senger's fit and played well in midweek. I know he played well, but seriously, it's Cole Kopekwa, one of the greatest players in the history of this club, certainly since I've been here. Carson is not match fit at left back, but that's why we took Brooks off. In midfield, we're going to go for Dylan Barkers. Brunt's back in alongside Teddy Davey. We've also got Ibe, Aguas and Sedende. That makes sense. Sedende on a bit of a poor run, actually. When did he last score? It was only 4 games ago he scored at Bristol Rovers, but we haven't had a good spell of form. Let's see if there's anyone else we can get onto the bench. Caprice, I feel, deserves a spot. He'll come on for the keeper. You know my views on that. And then the rest of it basically picks itself in terms of who's fit and who's not. So our 11 for today, very much changed. It's Gregory between the sticks. Hewitt and Brooks the fullbacks. Harbottle and Kopekwa a centre-half. Barkers, Brunt and Davey the midfield 3. Barkers, basically the best trainer every week. He's 24, but he's really starting to come into his own. Bit of a late bloomer, if you like. We've got Ibe on the right, Aguas on the left. Both of them have had a solid season, particularly Ibe. He's been the addition I wanted. 3 goals, 5 assists, little bits of gold dust here and there. Nothing sensational, nothing consistent, but just pops up with moments. And we need players like that. Sedende's up front, he's not in the best of form, but he has already scored 5 goals in 15. And if he ends the season with 1 in 3, he's got 15 or 16 goals. And that should be enough to keep us up. So let's go and get into it. At home to Stevenage, a very local derby. And let's see if with it we can stay above them in the league. 8 changes made. Let's see what their side's like. They have got not a lot of familiar names in there. A couple of experienced ones, particularly defensively. And they've made 4 changes from their last match. But that would have been an EFL Trophy tie too. So maybe we'll just have the advantage on legs. Perhaps that's where we're going to be able to overcome them today. Maybe late on again. And I feel that might perhaps be the difference this season. I'm bemoaning that we're 1 or 2 players short of a full rotated squad for the cup games. but could you argue we've actually got maybe not as good a first 11 and a better squad overall? As we've seen a long throw from Brooks there. That is definitely not instructed. I have quick short throws on, never asked for a long one. So not sure why that's been ignored. Maybe that's why Carson should be starting. As Hewitt gets it on the right, down the line to Jordan Ibe. We've talked about his moments. 2 or 3 in the middle, tries to cut it back. Brunt can't quite get there. Kopechwa wins the header though to Davey. Brunt out to Jordan Ibe again. Good block. Hoof downfield. Stevenage don't look comfortable. They're just trying to hit a target man. Ibe on the right wing. 2 in the middle. Sedende's one of them. Just over the bar. Would have been lovely to get him the goal, especially after the little drought. But Jordan Ibe looking a real threat on the right. We're pushing their wing backs back as Harrison takes a big goal kick for Stevenage. As I'm recording this, they've literally just appointed Paul Tisdale as manager in real life, half an hour or so ago. But we've got to take advantage of them in this reality here. As Davey picks it up, what a ball that is. Sedende's in. An informed Victor Sedende scores that. That's a beautiful pass from Davey. He deserved more out of it. But it remains goalless. Jordan Ibe is the star of the show at the moment. But we just need someone to score goals as Ibe's got a corner kick to the back post. Brunt's up. Oh, that's a great header. They're the moments we need. First of the season. Of course, we saw him score that screamer at a crucial time last season. And here, Lewis Brunt has delivered on his first start back. You can't ask for more. We're struggling for goals up front. So we pitch in from a set piece for once. As Hewitt goes back to Harbottle. It's been a really good display here. After a couple of poor ones against Crawley, the 2 cup games, they just seem to have boosted confidence a little. So it's a long ball up to Morris. This might be deadly though. The fact that we're so poor at the back does always cost us. And we just haven't got an EFL defence. I've been looking for a second centre-half alongside Kopechwa for God knows how many months. Brooks isn't settled in yet. He's not really a natural left-back. And Carson's not this level. It's very difficult to compete. But with 5 to the break, it's 1-1. And if that doesn't rock our confidence too much, we should be alright. As Winter takes a throw-in on the right for Stevenage. I did notice their fitness was waning very much already, as Kopechwa mops up there from a long ball forward. Seems to be all they're looking for, is that big ball down the channel. Hewitt comes out of defence to Brunt. Out wide to Jordan Ibe. Back to Hewitt again. Oh, that's really poor. Elliot Hewitt's an experienced player. I wouldn't expect that from him. That might be the best goal I've seen this FM. Certainly in terms of just an individual strike. What a shot that is from 40 odd yards. I mean, it's awful from Hewitt to concede it. But we somehow find ourselves behind. And this has been the story of the season in patches. We look really good. We've dominated that match. We've missed 2 or 3 really clear-cut chances. And now we go in 2-1 down due to 2 individual mistakes. And that, unfortunately, is the difference between professional and semi-pro non-league football. As Brooks gets it on the left-hand side to Davey. Finds Aguas. Overlapping is Brooks. This is the sort of game I'd love to bring on a Ryan Joseph, but we haven't got him. He's on international duty. Davey back to Brunt. Chance to shoot is blocked. Tried to play the through ball there, I think. Out to Brooks again, left side of the box. That's a good effort. Just over the bar. We really could have done with him. And Oliver Turner to unlock the door. We haven't got those things today. And Aguas is the man having a poor game. As it's fined by Sai in the middle. Back to Townsend West. Into midfield again for Stevenage. They're starting to grow into it. And we've sort of wilted a bit after letting in the goals. Feeling less confident, not playing the football. It's out to Lincoln on the left-hand side. What we really need is Sedende to end his goal drought. Then I think we could be flying. As Lincoln to the back post, headed away by Brooks. Aguas had a shocking game, but he brings it away here. Just turns back. It's the safe option. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's the safe option. No one's willing to put their guts on the line here. So it goes down to Aguas again at the byline. Ball into Victor Sedende. Never doubt Victor. He always delivers. Fair play to Aguas. It wasn't a bad ball in. But Sedende wanted it more. He ends the little goal drought. And both of them now having a lovely game. Back on terms. And it's a corner kick. Can we score from 2 in a game? That would be a miracle. Cole Kopechwa hits the bar. He almost gets his one. But he's been brilliant at the back, so we can't complain at him too much. Let's make some changes. Brooks will be replaced by Carson at left back. We're going to make them one at a time here so we don't get overrun. As Hewitt's got a throw on the right to Jordan Ibe. He has definitely been the best player on the pitch today. And here he is again, right side of the box. Back to Hewitt. At fault for the second goal. This one deflects up. Punched by the keeper, weirdly. And Miulu clears downfield, but Kopechwa gets there first. Turning into a proper classic derby this. The rain is teaming down, and we're looking a threat with Aguas on the byline. In towards Jordan Ibe. He's beaten in the air. Headed as far as Elliot Hewitt. This is what you want from your local derby. Here is Hewitt. Back to Davey. Side-footed attempt from 25 yards. Don't know what the keeper was doing because it was going wide. But he palms it out for a corner and Jordan Ibe will take it. Chance to get it to the front stick. Up goes Carson. Headed away as far as Brunt. We might have to take him off because it's his first game back. With 20 to go, this is a classic. Harrison goes long downfield. Should be Carson up to win the header. In fact, lets it bounce and just brings it down on the left fly line. Goes down the line instead. He's got options with him. Aguas picks it up here. Left-hand side. Jumps his man. Had a poor first half, but my word, he's coming to life. Delivers to Victor Sedende. Just past the post. I'm going to take Aguas off, I think. But I haven't got anyone to bring on. And I don't want to lose that natural width that's been so good to us. So in the middle, I think I'm going to take off. Oh, I don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, do nothing. Brunt is tired, so he's got to come off because it's his first game back. Bandera on for him. I'll leave the last one 5 more. Because we've got a free kick on the left. Since the equaliser, it's been all Hemel Hempstead. And we're coming into the game late on again. Something I'm priding this team on. Bandera to Sedende. Through ball just cut out by Melbourne. Jordan Ibe was almost in. Harbottle picks it up in the right back area. Plays down the line to Hewitt, who is still advanced. Davey releases Sedende out to Aguas. What a second half this has been. Into Victor Sedende. And when you end the goal drought for him, he doesn't stop scoring. Aguas with his second assist. Sedende with his second goal. And we've turned it around. Hemel Hempstead Town 3, Stevenage 2. What a performance in a derby again. Hewitt is knackered at right back, so I'm going fresh legs in Jake Caprice. Experience with 10 minutes to go. And hopefully we can keep the momentum because we have been brilliant for a large part of this game. As Caprice throws into Bandera. Short to Jordan Ibe. Deserves his goal. Doesn't get one. But my word, he's produced an assist and a half. Everyone thought he was going to shoot there. So composed. Just laid it across to Teddy Davey. And he gets his first goal for the club. His first in the Football League. And makes it 4-2. It's a Stevenage corner now though. Gregory, oh my word. How has that gone in? Norris's header. Gregory gets a hand to it. Then it's Caprice on the line, whose header goes backwards. It's turning into one of those, isn't it? Let's stay positive for now, but we might have to switch back. We've got our own corner kick. What a classic. Bandera will deliver it to the front post. Capek was up. Oh, it's in the second time. He hit the bar. It dropped down. No one reacted in the Stevenage defence. And Capekwa puts it in for 5-3. What a game of football. But it looks like it's going to be the crucial win. I'm going to drop to balance just to see out stoppage time. Hemel Hempstead Town 5. Local rival Stevenage 3. And that makes the relegation dogfight look very, very different. What a performance. What a result. And this is turning into a nice little run. Let's have a look at when we're next going to be back. That Sheffield Wednesday FA Cup tie. Definitely going to feature. And to be fair, if we look at the competition screen, it was crucial. They did get that win, Bradford. They moved up to 14. We stay 8 points clear, though. We're starting to put some daylight. And I'd love it if we could just be a sound mid-table team. Pick up enough wins. Have enough spells with Sedende in form. Enough little individual performances. We're not going to get many games like that because we're founded on defensive principles. But I'll take it. A very good result. Let's have a look at the schedule. I think the next episode is going to be focused entirely on the Cups. So we'll come back in 3 games' time. West Ham in the EFL Trophy, Sheffield Wednesday, a massive game in the FA Cup. And then we'll leave it until January before we come back because we're in a really good position. So if you did enjoy the episode, an absolute thriller of a local derby, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content from 2 long-term stories. Let me know what your predictions are for the cup games coming up. Can we progress in one or both? Sheffield Wednesday has to be the priority. And if you are a cricket fan, please do give the new game a go. It came out yesterday and hopefully there'll be a video out by this point. You can find it in the eye above if there is. The Twitch channel's up there too for regular live streams and the football podcast. But a massive thank you for watching. Your support as always is greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next time for a magical FA Cup tie and hopefully more progression in League 2. I'll see you there.